Hello everyone, my name is Sagar Paranspe and welcome to my YouTube channel. This video marks the start of a series of videos in which I'll be breaking down different concepts, tools of Photoshop which will help the viewers understand and use the Photoshop software even better. This video will contain the 15 most used shortcuts in Photoshop that will help you save a lot of time and efforts. So without any further ado, let's go. So now let's take a look at what these shortcuts are and why do you need them. So as in any case, a shortcut is a key or like multiple keys that when pressed together are going to select a tool or select an option for you without you actually going and manually clicking on it. These shortcuts are going to save you tons of time when you're doing extensive work, extensive editing, digital art, etc. And they're going to make your work way easier. So I use a Windows, that's why I'm going to be mentioning a lot of control in like the control key in these shortcuts. But if you use a Mac, replace that control key with your command key and everything should work accordingly. Now make sure that you watch this video till the end because in the end I'm going to be giving you a bonus of how to make your own keyboard shortcuts right here in Photoshop. So let's get right into the 15 Photoshop shortcuts that everyone should know. The first shortcut is really important, which is the undo shortcut. So anyone using Photoshop should know this. We are human beings, we make mistakes and we should know how to correct them. So here I have selected the brush tool with the black color selected. I am going to just scribble on this photo. So the scribble, I want to undo the scribble now. I don't want it here. So I am just going to press Ctrl plus Z and it is going to undo your action just like that. The second shortcut is going to be the redo shortcut. So now the scribble has gone out of the picture, but what if I want to bring it back? So I'm going to press Ctrl Shift plus Z and it's going to bring the scribble right back. So now before getting into the third shortcut, we're going to undo the scribble again by pressing Ctrl Z. So now let's say I've zoomed in to this image and I need to move it around. I don't really want to go back to this hand tool, left click and drag, then go back to the zoom tool, zoom in, zoom out, whatever, it's tedious. So I'm going to use the space bar. I'm going to click on the space bar and then left click and drag the image. This way you can drag the image, go around, and then when you are where you want to be, you can just leave the space bar and you will be on the zoom tool back again, or whichever tool that you want to use. Let's say selection tool, press space, you're going to be on the hand tool. It works with any tool. And also if you press space, right click, this drops down. This is the amount of zoom. So basically fit on screen, the image will fit right on screen. Now shortcut number 4, 5 and 6 are really similar to each other and really easy to use. So the fourth shortcut is how to zoom in and out without leaving your button, your tool, whichever you have selected. So zoom shortcut is press Alt and then scroll up to zoom in, scroll down to zoom out. This is the fourth shortcut. So fifth shortcut and sixth shortcut are in line with this shortcut. So fifth shortcut is a way to scroll left to right when you're already zoomed into an image. So keep Ctrl pressed and then scroll up to go left, scroll down to go right. And then if you want to scroll up and down, if you want to move up and down when you're zoomed into an image, you can just press Shift. When you scroll up, you're going to go up. A little bit harsh to be honest. When you go down, when you scroll down, you're going to be going down. Now our seventh shortcut is going to be a shortcut to make a new layer. For example, I want to dodge and burn this picture, but I don't want to do destructive editing. So you can do that on a new layer. instead of going here and clicking on this new layer button, you should click Control Alt Shift plus N, which will give you a new layer right here. So now I need you all to know one thing about Photoshop, that is, it has so many options that you can do one thing in multiple ways. So shortcut 8 and shortcut 9 is a great example to show this exact fact. So right now I have selected my brush tool. You can see it right here in the center of the screen. So the square brackets on your keyboard can be used to increase or decrease the size of this brush. So the left square bracket will decrease its size and the right will increase its size. And shortcut number 9 does the same but with one more added value. So if you click Alt and right click your mouse, you're going to see the circle with a red shading in between. So if you drag the mouse left to right, you're going to increase and decrease the size of your brush. And if you go up and down, you're going to increase. If you go up, you're going to decrease the hardness of your brush. If you go down, you're going to increase the hardness of your brush. Now I'll show you what hardness means. So for example, this is on full hardness right now, and I have the black color selected. I go like this. Now it's going to it's not going to paint a line. It's going to paint a series of dots. That's what basically a line is, but it's going to show it quite prominently. If I undo it with Ctrl plus Z, then I'll Alt right click again, go up and reduce the hardness to 0%. Now I'll paint on, and now you don't see those particular circles. You don't see the harshness of the edges because the edges have been feathered. That is shortcut number 8 and shortcut number 9. Shortcut number 10 is a way for you to select the whole picture or whole file in front of you. So for example, you want to select this whole picture, put it into some other project that you're working in. You just want to select the whole thing. So select all shortcut is Ctrl plus A. Now you see this outline right here. This is the marching ants outline, which shows you that it has selected the whole picture. Now shortcut number 11 and 12 are really simple and really popular shortcuts. I'm pretty sure many of you watching this already know these shortcuts. So the shortcuts that I'm talking about is the copy and paste shortcut. So now that you see that I've selected the whole picture, and let's say I want to just copy and paste it onto this clear file that I've opened. So let's go back to our main image. I'm going to press Ctrl C to copy this file. Go here, Ctrl V to paste it on here. As simple as that. Now I love teaching these shortcuts in pairs because they go really well with each other. So now number 13 and 14 are a pair as well. So now that you see I have selected all of this, I copied and pasted it in the previous shortcut. Now I just want to deselect it. So there are multiple ways to deselect, but the fastest way to deselect a selected image is Ctrl plus D. But again, now if I forgot to paste it on some other file, so I want to reselect it, you can just go and Ctrl Shift D to reselect what you have deselected. Now here it isn't much of a problem because you've selected the whole file, but let's just say you took your own time and selected the bird with precision, like having all the edges, not selecting any green part, and you deselect it, but you want to reselect it. In those situations, instead of going and starting the selection again, you can just press Ctrl Shift D to reselect what you have just deselected. So as I was saying in the last shortcut, if you deselect such a precise selection, then you can just press Ctrl Shift D to reselect what you've just deselected. So now we come to the last shortcut of this whole list. It's a shortcut that I use a lot of times when I am editing my wildlife photographs of birds that I take when I'm out on the field. So this last shortcut is invert selection shortcut. So now you see only the bird and this bamboo perch right here is selected, but the green background is deselected. So if I want to select the green background and not have the bird and perch in selection, I can just go ahead and press Ctrl Shift I, and now you can see the outline has shifted to the outer edge of this image. If I want it again on the bird and the bamboo, I can just press Ctrl Shift I again, and the selection comes back the way it was. Now that we're done with the 15 shortcuts that everyone should know right here in Photoshop, I'm going to give you the bonus of this video, which is how to make your own custom keyboard shortcuts for other functions that do not have them. Let's go, and how to find this function is go in the top taskbar, go into edit, go into keyboard shortcuts, which is in the lower part of the drop down menu. Then you have all these menus with their drop down files. So you can go click on file. You see all these functions with their shortcuts. So not everything is going to have a shortcut. For example, open as smart object doesn't have one. Open recent, clear recent file list. All these export, quick export as PNG, these things do not have a shortcut. So I can go here. Let's say I want to give open as smart object a shortcut. I'll click right here under the shortcut section. And let's say, first of all, one thing that you need to know, you cannot use something that has already been used. So let's say Ctrl Z is the undo shortcut. If I put in Ctrl Z, it gives me the disclaimer that the Ctrl Z function, the key is already in use and you can't use it again. So I'll go here, delete it. If I put in Ctrl Shift Q, it is not in use and you can put it as the keyboard shortcut. And if you want to save the shortcut, you can go right here, you click on this button right here, then click accept, and it's saved. I don't really want to save this, that's why I'm not clicking on it right now, but if you want to, you can do it in that way. That is all for this video. Thank you all for watching. If you have any suggestions or difficulties related to this video, let me know in the comment section and I'll get back to you. I'll put the links to my Instagram and Twitter account in the description. You can connect with me there as well. There is a lot more content related to Photoshop coming up on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click on the post notification symbol so that you know when I post. Have a great day and I'll see you in the next video.